The resumption of commercial activity at the Philip Goldson International Airport continues to see a trickle of visitors arriving in Belize ahead of the tourist high season later this year. At midday, a combined total of 140 travelers had deplaned from two aircrafts arriving from Miami and Houston respectively. International air travel in the context of COVID-19 requires spending time in security lines and airport terminals, which can bring you in proximity of other travelers, as well as frequently touched surfaces.
Our role here today was to provide screening for the passengers that were coming in from abroad, for tourists and the local people entering our country.
At the P.G.I.A, efforts have been taken to prioritize the well-being of passengers as well as airport staff.
The screening process entails collecting information from the passengers to find out whether or not they have done their PCR tests before entering our country, because by knowing this information, we have two lines that they go in. When they are going into checkpoint number 3, there would be a red line and a green line. The green line would be people that would come with their PCR test and have a negative results within 72 hours. For those that haven't brought a PCR test, they will go in the red line and for further processing.
According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, most viruses and germs do not spread easily on flights because of how air circulates and is filtered on airplanes. Nonetheless, social distancing is difficult on crowded flights, and sitting within 6 feet of others, sometimes for hours, may increase the risk of getting COVID-19. As of October 1st, Belize is once again open for tourism and other international visitors, with entry requirements that include a negative COVID-19 test result.
There was a whole lot of preparation. I still believe that we are not there 100%, but we are well on the way.
From a broad perspective, government has consolidated the efforts of various ministries so as to ensure that all protocols are synchronized for efficiency.
This has been a combination of efforts between BAHA, the Belize Tourism Board, the Ministry of Health, Customs, Immigration, the Ministry of Tourism and Civil Aviation, and the Department of Civil Aviation to try and get a secure screening and processing system in place for passengers to be able to enter the country and be safely tested and then be allowed to go on from there to their final destinations.
Chief Executive Officer Yashin Dojan of the Ministry of Tourism and Civil Aviation explains that there are various processes that must be undertaken for visitors to be cleared.
What we do here is that we check through 7 checkpoints that they have to go through in order to leave the facility. Each checkpoint functioned well. We had 1 or 2 glitches, as you can expect on an opening day, but we were able to quickly overcome that from the weeks of practice that we've had, and the exercise today was very, very good.
Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.